the 9 ball had a little look in that side pocket. It was tracking towards it. Where did the yellow 1 ball go? Oh, it went high. The 9 ball was going to go. It just flicked the brown 7. Carlo Biado's got an easy hook in behind the blue 2 here. May be able to pop the yellow 1 ball in the side off the 9 as well. He's got a better view.
That is one of Biado's great strengths. He sees the shot requires imagination.
Yeah, it was a very easy hook he could have played. He could have been tempted into that, but he likes to attack the balls, attack the table. He likes to play the game the way it should be played. All out attack. This shot here, if you're playing it in a club and the cloth's really old and the balls are dirty, it's a lot easier. When everything's brand new, the ball slides off the rail a little funnier, and like here, if he pumps it round off 2 rails, it can slide off the second rail, so he's got to watch this bottom right corner pocket.
Extension called.
You heard the referee Gillian Roper saying extension called. It's a 30-second shot clock, 1 30-second extension per player per rack. Well, he's got so much out of that.
Yeah, he'll have been worried about that corner pocket. It's run on a little bit far. I don't know if he can hold the cue ball down the bottom end of the table because it's the purple 5 next.
Foul shot.
That was the problem.
Ball in hand.
He had to go up and down the table, and he's lost the cue ball. It's a gift for Yapp. That's the break the professionals are trying to achieve. Pot the 1 in the side. It's a cut break, a hard cut break. And the cue ball comes off the side rail and kind of arcs back into that diamond area where we set the balls up. He hit it very nice. You never know what the table's going to give you off the break. That is what being a professional 9-ball pool player is about. Can he see a little edge? Also, after the break, you've got to bear in mind that the very next shot you can play what we call a push out. Okay, there's a little fly getting involved here. Off he goes. Yeah, so he feels like he's got something here, so there's no push out being played.
Extension called.
You might think, well, is it a gamble to take your extension so early in a rack when you've not got that safety net for the remainder of the rack? Well, when it's complex and you have to really think about a shot, of course it makes sense to give yourself extra time.
Oh, it was a wonderful pot. I think he's going to have hooked himself though, unless it stops on the rail. Well, you can definitely see a bit of the red ball. That gives you an idea of the shot Yapp's just played. He played it with extreme left.
Yeah, inside spin, check side, whatever you like to call it.
That does go. The problem is he can only roll it in. What do you do with the pink 4? That's the next ball. You could play the hook, roll it onto the top rail. This needs to go. This needs to go. Well, Phil, we might be about to see a Biado special. Is he going to try and kick this ball in?
A kick, of course, is when you go cushion first, and few are better than this man.
Yeah, looking at it from here, he can clip the left edge of the red 3, but boy, he's got to hit that.
Extension called.
If he hits this too thick, the red 3 will bounce out somewhere. This needs to slow down. It's going towards the pocket, you know.
Foul shots. Ball in hand.
Scratch in
Please
the
start the clock.
first rack, ditto in the second. You might think a 30-second shot clock is harsh. It most certainly isn't. It gives these players ample time.
Aloysius Yapp.
Yapp
Please
doubles
start.
his lead. Carlo Biado in a spot of early bother, but it's still very much early days.
Oh, he's got the bridge out. Going off past history, Phil, the pool players with the bridge don't have a good relationship. This could go wrong.
Absolutely agree. I think, though, the better a player's technique, the more they can cope with the bridge. But you were right there. You called it, Carl. Soothsayer boys.
They call me Carl Crystal Ball Boys. The problem there is the bridge, he had hold of it in the air, so when he moved the cue back, you could see it just move on the bed of the table. Now he's blaming the tip. That's in the book of excuses, page 1.
Well, let me tell you something. If he has a problem with his tip, I can tell you where he should go. Over to see Fraser Patrick, because he was renowned on the snooker circuit for being absolutely expert at putting tips on.
Yeah, he used to do a lot of the top snooker players, didn't he?
Absolutely did.
Well, if Fraser Patrick keeps going, he'll be too busy to be putting tips on cues. He'll be playing professional pool. The positional shot's gone wrong. It's going to be a safety.
You don't want to give Biado a sniff, because when he gets tactical control of a table, it's very difficult to wrest that control away.
You expect him to hit this ball. We don't know where it's going to end up. There's 4 balls in the middle of the table, so things could go Yapp's way here. Here we go. There's 4 balls in the middle of the table. He just had to make sure he got the hit. You know, when he were kicking at the pink ball there, he knew he were going to hit the ball, and he will have assessed that there's 4 balls in the centre of the table, so he will have known he might get away with it. Can Biado pop this ball though? No, he can't. It's the safety, but initiative. Back over to Yapp. Early stages, of course, Phil, but we've done many matches over the years, and just kind of get that feeling it's a big rap for Carlo Biado now, this.
Could not agree more. How's the bank? Cashed.
That's why the pockets on a pool table are more generous. Doesn't look like he's got an open pot on this blue too. It's another great break though. Here's a look. Yeah, the cue ball off the side arcs a little bit. The one ball disappears. Trying to get the cue ball under the 7 if he gets it touching. Now it depends how close this ball is to the 7. If it's welded on, he may have cut a portion of the left rail out, because that's the rail. Biado's got to try and kick this ball.
While he's deciding, I can tell you on table 2, Jonas Suter Camino of Spain. 3-2 up on Poland's Matthias Snigotsky.
Was a tough shot,
Well
it was
shot.
made tougher because the cue ball was on the brown 7, so ball in hand again for the
Ball in
third
hand.
time in this match. Also, Fraser Patrick wins
Restart
another
the
rack.
clock.
4-1 over Georgiev. Yeah, it was a special performance from Go Ping Chung. Of course, the Cole brothers couldn't make it this week. They've got Q-sponsored duties over in China.
Well, Yapp seemed to decelerate there. Didn't get anywhere near the bite on the cue ball he wanted. And that means complete loss of shape.
Decision time. Does he play safe? Bank the 7 in a straight line. Back up in between the 8 and 9. Outside chance of the
Extension
9
called.
laying the hook. Or does he go for the bank past the 9 into the top right corner? I feel like the safety's the better percentage shot, just because you're guaranteed the safety. You're not guaranteed the bank, and Carlos had a nightmare start. Keep the pressure on. So it's the first option. This needs to bounce the 7, then he'll get the hook. Maybe a little edge to pop the ball. That's not bad, he's played it that way. It's like an overcut. Now I wonder if Yapp's thinking I should have played the bank. It's all ifs and buts. I can't blame him for playing the safety. He didn't get the hook, that was the problem. Now he's kicking at this brown 7. Should have cleared the table for 5-0.
Yeah, that was the real error. It wasn't as though he was just out of position, he was totally out of position.
Well, I'll tell you what, Phil. Biado needs to pull off a shot here. He's 4 down. He's been at the table in plenty of the racks. This is a nasty one.
Everything was against him. The difficulty of the shot being 4-0 down, even the shot clock coming in. It was a good attempt, but not quite good enough.
He just can't believe it. He can't believe what has happened in the opening 5 racks. Went rail first to get the cue ball back out into centre of the table, and he's perfect. It's going to be 5-0 this.
And it's not as though he's just breaking off and running rack after rack.
Aloysius Yapp wins the rack.
You've always got to let the referee know that you're going to play the push. I think he's just trying to get rid of this pink 4, make it difficult, try and float it in between both balls.
Carlo, it's your choice.
Carlo 100% will take this shot on. There's no way Yapp is getting this back. He doesn't even have to play the jump shot. He can swerve it a little bit, hit the rail first, then pot the yellow 1, land on the blue 2. The pink 4 is a combo on the brown 7. This is a chance.
Foul shot.
Well,
Ball in hand.
Carlo Biado might be advised to go back to his chair and pinch
Stop the
himself.
clock.
This is just a nightmare.
Yeah, you might say it's unlucky. Well, trying to keep the pressure on, but that is not how to do it. He's left the gap here. Doesn't look like he can pot that anywhere though.
Extension called.
This 3 needs to bounce. It's not bounced high enough. Nothing is going right for the Filipino.
Yes, Biado, 8 years removed from being the world 9-ball champion. He's got a wonderful CV. He won the 2017 championship, beating Roland Garcia in the final. He's won so much, but today he's been so off the pace.
Yapp's just been there to pick up the pieces. Okay, he's putting back in. Is he going to go for the bank in the upper left corner? Is that the plan? I believe it will be. What a beauty!
Biado hasn't potted a ball since the 3rd rack for as long as possible. Caught that pot too thick. That's why the cue ball didn't travel as much as he wanted, and that's why there's no shape on the 6.
Extension called.
Using the extreme edge of the bridge. Hitting the extreme edge of the 6 ball. What a shot that was.
Well, what's he going to do here? He's landed super straight on the brown 7. He can play for the bank on the 8, but where the 9 ball is, it's going to be difficult to play the bank and get back down on the 9. He's in a tricky spot here. There you go. Look how straight he is. You can't even cheat the pocket and create an angle. He's just going to have to stop the ball dead and play the bank. Okay, it's the bank shot in the middle pocket near the cue ball. That's where the 8 will go. Cue ball 2 or 3 rails, back down for the 9. He's scratched quite a lot in this match, Phil. There could be another one here. The cue ball's going to be travelling.
Carl Boys is a harbinger of doom. Not far off, Carl, but Yapp pulled one out there. Yeah.
Carlo Biado wins the rack.
Biado, A2. As we said before, never write him off. Early on in the match, he missed a much easier 2-ball into this very same target.
Refused the pot and played a poor safe.
Fraser Patrick has just broken off in the 12th rack on table 3 with an 8-3 lead over Georgi Georgiev.
Extension called.
Earlier on in the match, Yapp had a chance at a full table bank. He decided to play safe and played a bad safety. He has also made a full table bank in this match. Is he going to go for the bank again? I don't think he is. He's played the up and down. The cue ball's going to squeeze out. Maybe you should be going for the bank because you've made one in this match. The 2 safeties that you've played after turning down the bank, you've butchered them. Three ball onto the green. Got to control the cue ball and the red 3 as well.
It wasn't a gimme plant, not one of those where you just got to make contact with the second ball. But I'm still a little surprised he missed it. And as soon as he made contact with the 3, you knew the 6 wasn't going in. How do you like them apples? Look at this. I mean, it was a very well controlled carom, but where the 3 ball finished up, and indeed the 4.
Well, you get punished, don't you? Carlo had his chance in this rack.
Foul shot. Ball in hand.
Yeah, if you're wondering why that is a foul, after
Please start
contact,
the clock.
a ball must hit the rail. If you pot a ball, that's fine. That
Extension
goes in the
called.
corner, but he's not playing the pot. He could play the pot. He's playing the hook. Trying to dress the 9 up for later on. Well, if Biado doesn't hit the yellow one ball here, the match will be over. This is a must hit. Could possibly fluke the 9 if he hits it. Oh, he's not scratched again. How many times has he scratched in this match?
Ball in hand. Please start the clock.
Well, the decision of Aloysius Yapp to play for containment, that worked out. Just connecting the dots here. 1 to 2, then a 3-9 combo.
Huge cheers in the arena, let me tell you. That's one of the junior matches. There's a real young boy playing in the event. He's about your height, Phil, and he just beat one of the older teenagers.
Aloysius Yapp
Here,
wins the match.
one of the game's established stars has beaten one of the game's superstars convincingly. Aloysius Yapp of Singapore overcomes the former world champion Carlo Biado from the Philippines by 10 racks to 2. Into the quarterfinals he goes without breaking sweat.